Tonight on the program, the tale of Cobra MPs, merely conflicting ideologies, or are there hidden agenda? As Thailand prepares for a new semester, we find out how we can get students to concentrate better at school. And is Thailand ready if new social media rules do not allow those under 16 to use them? Sawadika, I'm Nad Bunag and welcome to This Week with Thai PBS World. We begin the program tonight with the hottest topic in Thai politics. If you call someone a cobra or a snake, it often means you regard them as deceitful or insincere. But cobra became a political buzzword in Thailand after a People's Party MP announced that he would quit the party to join another, which is widely known to be allied with the core government party. A cobra or ngu hao in Thai political context refers to an MP or a group of MPs who have betrayed their own party. A few examples include opposition MPs voting in support of the ruling government or their prime ministerial candidate, MPs from the government voting against or overturning cabinet policies, or simply a group of MPs who go against a party resolution. The term first emerged in the 90s when a Thai politician, Samak Sunthorawe, described himself as a farmer who was killed by a cobra of which he had taken good care of, a reference from a famous fable, The Farmer and the Viper. The cobras he referred to was a group of 12 MPs in his party who voted in support for Chorn Leekpai to become the prime minister, which went against the party's resolution to vote for Chathai Chunhawan for the top seat. The term has been popularized ever since. Most recently, People's Party MP Krit Chiwatthamanon announced that he has ended his duties with the party in order to join the Kla Tham Party, one of the closest allies of the ruling Pheu Thai Party. The key figures in the party are Thamarat Phrompao, who made headlines last year when he and 20 other MPs split from the Phalang Pracharat Party and its leader, General Prawit Wongsuwan. Despite the MP's announcement, the People's Party leader Nathapong Rungpanyawut announced that they are not sacking the MP. Instead, they will ask the Election Commission to rule on whether a letter he wrote to the party could be considered a resignation. There are, though, hidden agenda in this political game. Associate Professor Dr. Prinya Thewanarumit-Gun of Thammasat University explains the strategy behind the resignation of the People's Party MP. This, he believes, is aimed at creating stability for the ruling government, considering the underlying conflicts between Pheu Thai and its coalition partner, the Phumjai Thai Party.
ถ้าคุณอภิรักษ์เนี่ยเป็นผู้นำพรรคเพื่อไทยทำยังไงครับที่ให้อำนาจต่อรองของภูมิใจไทยน้อยลงล่ะถึงขนาดที่ว่าถ้าหากต่อให้ภูมิใจไทยเขาเกิดไม่รับร่างพรบงบประมาณขึ้นมารัฐบาลจะอยู่ได้อำนาจของเพื่อไทยเนี่ยต้องมีมากหมายถึงว่าต่อให้ไม่มีภูมิใจไทยรัฐบาลก็ยังมีเสียงเกินครึ่งทีนี้จะไปเอาเสียงเกินครึ่งมาจากไหนอ่ะเพิ่มขึ้นมาล่ะเลือกตั้งซ่อมก็ได้มา1ละนะครับก็มีทางหนึ่งที่ทำมาแล้วก็อาจจะเป็นแนวทางทำต่อก็ดึงมาจากฝ่ายค้าน
Meanwhile, former Future Forward Party MP Panika Wanit criticized the MP's actions for betraying the people's votes and taking advantage of constitutional loopholes to pressure the party to sack him so that he could join a new party, which she says goes against the party's regulations.
การไม่อยู่คุณก็ต้องลาออกค่ะคุณลาออกแล้วคุณก็ไปรอลงสมัครเลือกตั้งครั้งหน้าในนามพรรคกล้าทำไม่มีใครว่าคุณเลยเป็นเรื่องปกติเป็นสิทธิ์ของคุณที่จะย้ายพรรคแต่คุณจะคาอยู่แบบนี้บีบให้พรรคขับออกเพื่อคุณจะไปอยู่กล้าทำโดยง่ายที่ฉันบอกไปแล้วผิดทั้งข้อบังคับพรรคนะคะแล้วก็คุณจะอาศัยช่องว่างนี่พูดตรงๆก็คือคุณจะปล่อยให้นักการเมืองที่ทรยศต่อประชาชนที่เลือกเขามาอาศัยช่องว่างทางกฎหมายในการทำตามใจชอบทั้งที่เป็นการทรยศตบัดสัตว์ต่อประชาชน
In fact, the predecessors of the People's Party have seen at least 15 MPs switch to conservative parties such as Phumjai Thai, Phalang Pracharat, and United Thai Nation parties. Despite running in the election in 2023 under those banners, none of the Cobra MPs managed to secure victory. Most of them lost to either the Move Forward or the Pheu Thai parties. This proves Panika's point that Cobra MPs will never secure victory in any election.
งูเห่าสอบตก 100% ยังไม่มีใคร ได้รับการเลือกมาอีกครั้งและไม่ใช่แค่งูเห่าสีส้มนะคะงูเห่าทุกสีสิ่งที่เลวร้ายที่สุดที่นักการเมืองพึงกระทำในฐานะนักการเมืองคือการเป็นงูเห่าเพราะนั่นคือการทรยศไม่ใช่ทรยศต่อพรรคนะคะคุณทรยศต่อประชาชนที่เลือกคุณเข้ามา
In fact, Cobra MPs are nothing new though. The most recent case being a group of 6 MPs from the opposition Thai Sang Thai party who voted in support of Pathongthai Shinawat of the Pheu Thai party to become the Prime Minister of Thailand, which went against the party's resolution to vote against her. Before that, 16 Democrat MPs voted in support of Setha Thavisin of the Pheu Thai party to become the next leader, which went against the party's resolution to vote against him. And to dig deeper into this persistent problem, we talked to a political scientist as to why such Cobra MPs are still so common, how is it harmful to the political system, and whether we can ever prevent this from becoming a norm in Thai politics. The expression Cobra MP has been widely used in Thai headlines recently after a People's Party MP announced that he has ended his duties in order to join the Glatam party, known to be close allies with the ruling Pheu Thai party. A cobra is a political reference to describe MPs who betray their own parties. As to why there are so many Cobra MPs, political scientist Dr. Thitithipon Phakdeewanit pointed out that it is driven by personal and usually financial interests.
I think this is only a reflection of the nature of Thai politics, where politicians do not actually base their, candidacies on any political ideologies. Basically, in the past, especially if you look at the motivation for candidates to run for offices, partly because of economic interest. Basically, if you look at how much money they would get or gain, many big, like what we call ban yai or big houses, like influential families in different provinces, that how they actually gain power and make their business work in local government and in provinces, partly because they can see the future benefit that they would get from taking these offices. People do not actually see this as a problem, which is a big problem in politics, when politicians are motivated by financial benefits and that kind of thing.
As to why the Glatam party, closely allied with the Pheu Thai party, is trying to attract MPs from the opposition, Dr. Thitithipon suggests that the party itself is trying to gain more bargaining power against the ruling party. With more MPs in their hands, they can bargain for more senior positions in the cabinet. At the same time, certain deals or benefits that the MP would gain as a new member might be more attractive.
The People's Party is one of the party that actually have ideology. So they don't actually have much of financial benefits for MPs or the money to provide for MP to use during campaign. They are very strict on this, to be fair on them, which is very different from other parties. So they are quite vulnerable to this kind of attraction that is provided by other big parties. I'm not saying that Glatam is actually doing that, but we never know. And this is a kind of thing that could happen.
Apart from personal gain, what allows this to occur very easily may be the loopholes in the Constitution. Former Democrat MP Thepthai Senapong explains in his video, stating that more MPs have switched to other parties since the Constitution in 2017 came into effect. One of the clauses says that if an MP violates the party's rules or has damaged its reputation, the MP would be expelled from the party, but the MP can still find a new party to maintain their parliamentary status. This is different to the previous constitution in 1997, which says if an MP is expelled, their parliamentary status would be terminated. Because of this loophole, some MPs have made hidden deals so that their party would kick them out, which will pave the way for them to move to a new party. Dr. Thitithipon does not, however, believe that this is the main contributing factor.
It's more like about the personal ideology and the person themselves, that they don't actually base themselves on any ideology. They just step in public offices in order to make kind of personal gains or personal interest, and the public interest is not their priority. I think that would be more appropriate. If they have certain ideologies and they put public interest on priority, they wouldn't do what they have done in the like the situation of the Hu Hao that we have seen in Thailand, because most of them become rich after taking public offices.
While Cobra MPs remain detrimental to Thai politics, Dr. Thitiphon does see some hope. He noted that many MPs who have betrayed their own parties running in the elections under new parties have failed to secure victory, indicating that the voting behavior has changed. The only hope for the country is when people, both voters and the politicians, prioritize political ideologies over conflicts of interest. Nad Bunag reporting for Thai PBS World. And to prevent this from happening again is not going to be that easy. And now let's have a look at the other stories making headlines throughout the week in our weekly roundup. The criminal court has issued warrants for the arrest of 17 directors and engineers of companies involved in the design, supervision, and construction of the collapsed State Audit Office building. According to the police, the design of the building was not in compliance with ministerial regulations nor up to standard. The signature of an engineer was also allegedly found to be a forgery. Police and anti-corruption officials went to Rai King Temple in Nakhon Pathom province on Friday morning to search the lodgings of the former abbot Phra Tham Wachiranuwat to look for more evidence related to the embezzlement charges already filed against him. The former abbot is accused of misappropriating about 300 million baht from the temple's bank accounts since 2021. Police claim that he asked his assistant to withdraw 1 to 2 million baht at a time from the temple's bank accounts and transfer the funds into his own accounts. The Constitutional Court issued an injunction relieving Justice Minister Tawi Sot-song of his duty and authority to supervise the Department of Special Investigation and his service as the Vice Chairman of the Special Case Board. The court's injunction comes as the DSI and the Election Commission are pressing charges of electoral collusion against dozens of senators. A video of a VVIP room on the 14th floor of the Police General Hospital, similar to the one in which former Prime Minister Thaksin Shinawatra reportedly stayed for 6 months, has gone viral on social media. Thai Phakdi Party Chairman Dr. Warong Detgit Wikrom posted the video after having a rare chance to visit one of those rooms while seeing a patient, and he wanted to share his observations with the public. He also questioned whether they resemble actual ICUs in which critically ill patients are treated. And right now, most students across the country have returned to school on the first day of the new semester. It's not just the students who need to prepare for the new academic year, teachers are also getting ready. With the transition from Gen Z to Gen Alpha in schools, we spoke with secondary level teachers to understand the emerging trends and how they are adapting to these changes.
On the first day back at school, these students are noticeably different from previous generations. Growing up in an era of high-speed internet, they have the world at their fingertips. For 3 decades, Ratana Wolamlam has been a teacher in rural schools. She has observed significant changes in her students' behavior. Specifically, the digital technology and social media have affected their attention spans.
อาจจะเป็นเพราะเทคโนโลยีมันทันสมัยเขาคิดว่าเขาสามารถเรียนได้ทุกที่ทุกเวลาเขาไม่ต้องรอจากครูอย่างเดียวแบบนี้ค่ะบางทีเราให้งานเยอะเขาก็จะต่อรองขอนิดขอหน่อยแบบนี้ค่ะมันทำให้เหมือนเนื้อหาเราถ่ายทอดไปให้เขาไม่เต็มที่ด้วยมันอยู่ที่เด็ก เด็กไม่ให้ความร่วมมือเด็กมีความอดทนน้อยกว่าสมัยก่อน ต่อการเรียนของเขาการรับรู้การเรียนรู้ของเขาก็จะเหมือนเขารับความรู้จากเราไปได้น้อยลง
With 10 years teaching experience in Bangkok, this teacher has also observed evolving trends among his students. He said that the gap between teachers and Gen Alpha students tends to be widening, as they often lack shared experiences in current contexts.
หรืออย่างเราคุยเรื่องสึนามิ 47 วิกฤตการณ์ต้มยำกุ้ง 40 นะครับอะไรอย่างเงี้ยฮะเขาก็จะแบงค์เลยว่ามันคืออะไรมันเหมือนเป็นเหตุการณ์ประวัติศาสตร์สำหรับเขาแต่สำหรับเรามันคือเหตุการณ์ร่วมสมัยที่เรากับเด็กที่เพิ่งห่างกันเราไม่มากเจอดังนั้นการเปลี่ยนแปลงในห้องเรียนเนี่ยการยกตัวอย่างพฤติกรรมอะไรต่างๆก็จะเริ่มเปลี่ยนไป
Born between 2010 and 2024, Generation Alpha is now replacing Gen Z in schools. Their learning style tends to be personalized, heavily relied on the internet as a study tool. However, this digital fluency can also lead to distractions, like social media use during class. Teacher Rawood discusses his methods for managing this challenge.
ผมมองแบบนี้นะครับว่าการที่เด็กเล่นมือถือในห้องไม่ตั้งใจเรียนเนี่ยในฐานะครูนะครับปัจจัยที่เราควบคุมไม่ได้เนี่ยหนึ่งก็คือตัวมือถือที่เขามีสิทธิ์ที่จะครอบครองในตัวเขาอะนะฮะโดยเฉพาะผมสอนม.ปลายเนี่ยการไปยึดมือถืออะไรแบบนี้มันไม่เหมาะกับช่วงวัยที่เราจะทำเราก็จะต้องใช้ในลักษณะการทำข้อตกลงแล้วก็ตัวเราเองอะก็ต้องเป็นผู้สอนที่ดึงคอนเซนเทรตความสนใจเด็กอะให้ได้อันนี้เป็นสิ่งสำคัญมากๆเลยผมว่าโจทย์บางอย่างถ้าเรามัวแต่ไปโทษว่ามัวแต่ดูมือถือนะอะไรอย่างเงี้ยนั่นก็ต้องรีบกลับมาชาเลนจ์ตัวเองแล้วว่าเราควรทำตัวเราเนี่ยให้มันน่าสนใจกว่ามือถือต่างๆในมือเขานะให้การเรียนการสอน 40-50 นาทีในห้องเนี้ยเด็กรู้สึกว่าเขาอยากมาเรียนหรือเขามาเรียนแล้วเขาได้อะไร
In the digital age, Gen Alpha students often independently acquire extensive and in-depth knowledge on subjects that captivate them. This self-driven learning can lead them to possessing knowledge comparable to or greater than that of their teachers. We would view this as a significant positive.
เทรนด์ในรูปแบบใหม่เขาก็จะวัดกันที่ไม่ได้ถามแล้วว่าเด็กรู้อะไรแต่เขาจะถามว่าเด็กทำอะไรเป็นบ้างหรือทำอะไรจากสิ่งนั้นได้บ้างหรือเป็นลักษณะการเรียนรู้แบบฐานสมรรถนะซึ่งไม่ใช่เป็นแค่เอาองค์ความรู้ทักษะหรืออุดมคติทัศนคติต่างๆมาผสมกลมกลืนกันแล้วก็วัดนะฮะแต่ว่าคงจะวัดในส่วนที่มันเป็นโปรดักต์หรือชิ้นงานหรือเป็นเอาคำบางอย่างที่เด็กสามารถทำได้ดังนั้นไม่ต้องห่วงเลยครับว่าที่เด็กจะรู้อะไรมากกว่าเรานะครับหรือรู้อะไรเท่าเราหรือล้ำเราไปมากเนี่ยยิ่งดีเลยเพราะฉะนั้นการแอสไซน์งานของเราในฐานะเป็นครูแล้วก็น้องๆครูยุคใหม่เนี่ยก็ควรที่จะออกรูปแบบการจัดการเรียนรู้ที่มันสามารถวัดสิ่งที่เขาแสดงออกมาแล้วก็สามารถทำสิ่งนั้นได้บียอนหรือล้ำไปกว่าสิ่งที่มันเป็นจากตำราเรียนนะครับ
Teacher Rawood said that above all, teachers need to understand the world in which their students live to bridge the generation gap between them and be prepared to learn alongside their students.
And talking about children, it is getting much more challenging for parents to get their children away from their phone screens. Some countries, such as Australia, have already introduced a ban on those under the age of 16 from using social media. Now we explore how other countries manage screen time and what child development experts suggest for Thailand.
Thai people are spending more time staring at screens than ever before. From young children to working adults, social media has become a part of daily life. But how much is too much? According to data cited by the Internet Foundation for the Development of Thailand, many Thais now spend up to 8 hours or more per day on screen time, including social media, almost half of entire day. For children, this amount of exposure has raised red flags. Countries such as Australia and New Zealand have taken firm steps to tackle this issue. In Australia, a law passed in 2024 bans children under 16 from using social media. Platforms that fail to verify users' ages can face fines of up to 50 million Australian dollar. The law aims to protect children from online harm like cyberbullying and exposure to violent content. New Zealand is also considering the My Social Media Age Appropriate Users Bill, which would ban children under 16 from using social media. This bill aims to hold social media companies responsible and addresses cyberbullying, harmful content, and addiction.
We do not have act or legislation about this kind of social media, and we know that that is very harmful. World Health Organization also established about the one kind of addictive behavior, addiction behavior we call game addiction. It's according to the using social media a lot, and also damage health parts such as in the physical health and also in the mentality health, emotional health. For those kind of things, really impactful for all the children who use social media quite a lot or might be addictive behavior.
The expert on adolescence explains why 16 is considered the right age to allow social media use under the law.
What I know about in adolescent age, that we categorize in three kind of age group according to the age group. The first is early adolescent, second is mid-adolescent, and the third one is late adolescent. It's according to age, such as 10 to 13 years old, mostly early adolescent. For those who mid-adolescent, that is a little bit crisis age, critical age group, because mostly of the adolescent age, in mid-adolescent, they have emotionally very labile. So if this kind of legislation concern about, and they talk about this after 16 years old, mostly of the late adolescent, they have maturity, they know the reason, and they also talking to parents and talking to each other in socialization, not bully each other. I mean, it will be happen after 16 years old.
So, what should Thailand do? Experts believe that having a national screen time law or guideline could make a big difference. How can we be sure, however, that such a law can be enforced effectively and ensure that a user is not underage? Another expert has flagged this concern, citing past cases where children would lie about their age to sign up for age-restricted games and websites.
ที่พี่เห็นว่าทำได้จริงน่าจะเป็นเรื่องของซิมการ์ดที่เป็นซิมเด็กอันเนี้ยพี่มองว่าถ้าพ่อแม่ถ้ากฎหมายออกมาว่าเด็กนะคะอายุเท่านี้เช่นว่าต่ำกว่า13ต้องไปรีจิสเตอร์ซิมเด็กและพ่อแม่รับผิดชอบถ้าพ่อแม่ไม่ไปรีจิสซื้อซิมเด็กให้ลูกเนี่ยพ่อแม่มีความผิดโดยกฎหมายแล้วซิมเด็กเนี่ยมาพร้อมกับฟิลเตอร์นะมาพร้อมกับ parental control ก็คือโปรแกรมที่ควบคุมเวลาการใช้งานต่อวันนะคะหรือควบคุมไม่ให้เข้าเว็บโป๊ลามกเว็บพนันนะซึ่งสกรีนได้บางส่วนด้วยชื่อเว็บแล้วก็คีย์เวิร์ดอันนี้มันทำได้บางส่วนอยู่แล้วนะคะ
With screens becoming a big part of people's lives, experts say it's time for the government to act early to keep children safe in the digital world.
คือจริงๆแล้วเนี่ยประเทศไทยเป็นประเทศตื่นรับนะพี่มองว่าอย่างนั้นตื่นรับเทคโนโลยีเรื่องหนังเรื่องเพลงเรื่องทุกเรื่องนะแต่ไม่ได้สนใจในเรื่องของการระบบรองรับมันเนาะป้องกันผลกระทบด้านลบเนาะหรือปราบปรามหรือแก้ไขอะไรเนี่ยไม่ได้นั่นเลยเพราะฉะนั้นพี่เลยมองว่ารัฐบาลควรลงทุนกับระบบป้องกันให้มากขึ้นทำการป้องกันเชิงรุกหมายความว่าการให้ความรู้นะคะเรื่อง Screen Time Management กับตัวเด็กเองกับพ่อแม่และกับครู
Social media is everywhere and with it comes with pros and cons, so balance is key. Whether through new laws or better parenting tools, the goal is to help children grow up healthy, both online and offline. Thailand's next steps could be to determine whether the screen becomes a tool or a trap for the next generation. Kittipat Sukchit and Imogen Bedford reporting for Thai PBS World.
And now moving on to business. While Thailand shows ambition to join international organizations like the OECD and BRICS, the European Chamber of Commerce said that Thailand should first streamline its regulations to welcome new investors. The chamber has released its annual position paper, which points to the need to maintain the country's competitiveness. Frank Hashi joins me now to explain more. Hi, Frank. What are the key suggestions in the paper, and how can Thailand maintain its position in the region?
So Ned, a very key question that you just asked. What the European Chamber has pointed out in the paper are urgent issues that investors and economic experts urge. They want to see more progress on the ease of doing business, digitalization, and a one-stop service they can rely on. But according to the paper, Thailand hasn't done enough for these stakeholders. In the latest European Business Position paper, it indicates a ranking between Thailand and Singapore in different facades in the World's Competitiveness Yearbook 2024. Our neighbor ranked on the top, whereas Thailand, our country, sat at 25th out of 67 countries. Breaking it down to three aspects, Thailand's infrastructure was evaluated at 43rd place, while business efficiency and government efficiency were ranked roughly over 20th place. The paper, however, says that Thailand's economy has recovered since Q1 in 2024 at over just 1% of GDP to 3% at Q3 2024 in the same period. So Thailand's right now the implementation of 10,000 cash in out also helped to boost the private consumption. But the EABC decided to see more programs like reskilling and upskilling programs and the enhancement of productivity. To burgeon Thailand's competitiveness, the president of EABC said that incentivizing the economy and streamlining the regulations are important to attract more investment to Thailand.
So the first one is the regulatory reform at the speed and scale, because that can attract the business investment. And comparing to other countries, because we need to compete at speed to other countries in the region as well. Second, in terms of skill development, because this is highly important, not just immediate investment, but as the long-term development in addition as well. And third, sustainability, that can support in terms of a business angle for a business conduct.
In addition to regulatory reform, the Chamber also advocates hastening digitalization on government platforms, and both public and private sector should work together to achieve the goal.
Single sign-on means if I have this issue about, let's call it a license for a factory, I do one sign-on through that agency, and that then connects me to other agencies through the government, the digital government system. And it's not just a government thing, it's a private sector thing. So for example, we, even with enabling laws such as the Electronic Transactions Act, which recognize digital signatures and the ability to interact digitally, nevertheless, there are some parts of the economy, including banks, for example, that still require a hard copy and a wet signature. We need to move on from that.
FDI and SMEs, new SMEs, are very important for Thailand's economy. According to so many business leaders, they say that it is comparatively difficult to set up their innovation hub in Thailand because it's very difficult for them to get financial support. So they might choose Hong Kong or Singapore in the neighboring countries to set up their innovation hubs. EABC professionals say that Thailand government need to give incentive like financial access and support to new SMEs, helping Thailand to become a regional hub for innovation. Another facade that we have to talk about is geographical locations. That other neighboring country cannot replace Thailand in terms of the geographical location because Thailand is sit in the center of ASEAN. And Thailand should aim to become the hub for innovation, logistics, and railway hub in the center of the region. But now the government needs to smartly utilize their budget to achieve this hub for innovation and logistics that I just talked about. And then in the paper, it has to point to so many issues in different sectors like energy, tourism, and the automotive industry. So now, Thailand needs to utilize its resources smartly and to tackle this issue effectively. Back to you.
And those are the increasing challenges facing the Thai government at the moment. All right, thank you, Frank. All right, and that's all for this edition of This Week with Thai PBS World. Join us every Friday at 10:30 p.m. only on Thai PBS. And don't forget to follow us on social media and our website, thaipbsworld.com, for all the latest stories and analyses about Thailand. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week. สวัสดีค่ะ